What's going on, guys? It's your boy Artsy here, coming at you with another video, and this time I decided to switch it up a little bit. As you can see by the title, right now I am still debating whether I want to get the Xbox One or PS4, to be honest, but right now I'm leaning more towards the PS4. But let's get into some more details here. Alright, I'm going to break everything down, including price, hardware, some stuff about the community, and exclusive games, and stuff like that. We'll just take it from there. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk about is the prices. Now, being the gamer that I am, I've been gaming for quite a while. Price is not really a thing to me. Like, the way I look at it is that if you're gonna go ahead and buy a game console, you want to buy the one, no matter how much the money difference, that you're gonna like more, right? Like, you're not gonna drop money on a system that you don't think you're gonna like. So the Xbox One is coming in at $400, just like the PS4. Now, originally the PS4 is $400 from the start anyway, but the Xbox One, Microsoft, what they were doing is they would force you to buy the Kinect for $500, but now that's optional. They dropped it down to $400 to compete with the PS4 price, which I thought was a pretty smart decision by them, considering as you do not need the Kinect, but it does help you out a lot. So if I were to buy an Xbox One, though, I gotta be completely honest with you, I would buy the Kinect with it to make it $500, just because if you don't buy the Kinect, I feel like you are losing a decent amount of Xbox One experience, so you could say. And okay, now I'm gonna move on to the year memberships. For the year membership for Xbox One is $60 and PS4 is $50. Again, not really a big price difference, but that year membership for PlayStation 4 is PlayStation Plus, so it's not too much of a difference. But at the same time, it is $10, and I am in college, so we'll go ahead and we'll say that. And the other thing I did notice when doing a little bit of research is that the bundles with the PS4 are actually cheaper than the Xbox One. I didn't really get to catch if the Kinect was thrown in there with the bundles with the Xbox One or not, but I believe it was just the Xbox One and the game that came in the bundle for around $500. Now, it might have had the Kinect thrown in there, don't take my word for it, but you can go ahead and double check that for me if you'd like and correct me on. For the PS4, these bundles were coming around, I would say, $470 area, 475-ish was like the highest I saw, and that was for the PS4, the controller and the game and that kind of thing. So bundles were relatively cheaper, excuse me, I can't even talk right now, for the PS4. Now, the next thing I was going to talk about is hardware, but I don't want to get too much into that, so I will put a link in the description where you can go ahead. It's on IGN.com. You can go ahead and look at the controllers and everything like that. Now, do take note, I'm not going to pick a system over its controller just because of the fact that there are going to be third-party companies that are going to come in and make controllers for both systems, Like, I do suspect that there's going to be a PS4-oriented controller that will work on the Xbox One, but it's just a matter of time before it comes. And I know they do or will eventually make adapters if they don't have them already to go ahead and convert it to whichever controller you want to use for your system. Because I do know that they have PS3 controllers. You can go ahead and buy those with an adapter to use on the 360. So I would assume that they're going to go ahead and make something with the PS4 and the Xbox One, but only time will tell if that hasn't come out yet. I'm really not sure if it has. Now, next thing I want to talk about is the community and events. Now, when I say community and events, I mean in the sense that it seems like Xbox, and it's been like the whole time 360 was out, Microsoft has just taken control of the competitive scene when it comes to the streaming of the competitive events. You look at all these MLG COD events and everything like that, and it's always Xbox that you see usually, for the most part. I mean, there are some PlayStation events that are streamed, but usually when I go and look, it is Xbox Live. You never really see, you don't see Optic on PlayStation Network, When you think Optic or FaZe, someone like that, you do think of the Microsoft and the Xbox community. And so yeah, the Xbox to me has always seemed more oriented on the MLG streams and tournaments and all that kind of stuff. But don't get me wrong, PS4 does still have their stuff going on for them, or I should say Sony. they do still have their competitive going on and game battles and everything like that. So even if you were to buy a PS4, it's not like you're losing the whole entire competitive scene if you do decide to go back to it. Personally, I'm not really into the competitive scene right now, but you know, everyone changes their mind, and I just feel like I'm about to go back anyway. So eventually that might happen. Now, also with the community, this is more for the community here. Leaving friends and going to new ones on another console. Now, I know a lot of you people have chosen to go from 360 to Xbox One because a lot of your friends, quite honestly, are from the 360 and they decided to get the one too, which is completely understandable because if a lot of your friends are on the console, I mean, why not go for that console, you know? And you don't want to pick a console that you don't know anybody on and you're gonna, like, be playing with people that you don't know in real life. I know it's a lot more fun to game with people that you do know in real life and stuff like that. So, honestly, I do have sort of an even amount of friends on each console, so it wouldn't really matter to me which one I went with, which is another reason it doesn't matter if I really go with a PS4 or not. And the other thing I want a PS4 for instead is because it's a new experience in general. You know, you go ahead on the Xbox 360 and the One, and you keep seeing that same dashboard over and over and over. And I haven't had the original Xbox, but I've seen the original Xbox. You know, I went over to my friend's house when he's had it. Well, we're not really friends anymore, but anyway, I've played on the Xbox, the original one, and I've had a 360 ever since it came out, and I've just been so, don't get me wrong, I've been glad about my 360. Like, I've loved it for however long I've had it. And I was just so hyped to get on the 360, but it's been so long that I've been seeing the same thing over and over. I just want a whole new experience. You know, it's going to be a whole new layout when you start the system up and everything like that. So I'm pretty hyped to get into a new experience. Now, if you want to talk about exclusives, which I'm about to get to next, it depends what kind of player you are, to be honest. A lot of people do like the Xbox One because of the fact you can watch TV, I guess. And they do have some exclusives that I wish the PS4 had, to be honest with you. Okay, so the Xbox One has some, like, games I would look forward to on the Xbox One. Would be something like Forza 5. I don't really know about Sunset Overdrive, it's kind of iffy to me. Definitely Halo 5, though, because Halo 5, I wanted to kind of get into competitive Halo, but I don't want to do it on Halo 4 because it's a little bit late. But that Halo 5 would definitely, you know, I'd definitely have some fun playing Halo 5. Now, Dead Rising 3, I never liked the Dead Rising series at all. I don't know what it is, but there's just too many zombie games being made for Xbox. I just can't take it anymore. There's too many zombie games in this world. I just don't know what to say to that anymore. And plus, Dead Rising, I feel like, was one of the worst series out of all zombie games possible. Now, Titanfall wasn't too bad, but I got bored of that really fast. By really fast, I mean like 2 weeks. It was really fun at first, but now I do hear they're coming out with a pilot-only mode. We're not allowed to use Titans, and that is what I originally wanted in the game, and they're coming out with that now. So the fact that I want to get a PS4, but then again they're coming out with that pilot mode on Titanfall, I mean, it seems kind of silly, but I don't know. I just really wanted that on Titanfall, and now they're making it when I don't have my Xbox One anymore. And Killer Instinct, let me tell you, I downloaded that game. I deleted it so fast off my Xbox One, I can't even, oh my god, I can't even tell you how fast. It's probably the worst fighting game I have ever seen in my life. I would rather go into an arcade and play some Tekken shit where I'm hitting the circle keys with the joystick in my hand. Like, honestly, Killer Instinct is just like, tap your damn colored, like, fucking XYBA and hope for the best. That's what Killer Instinct is. Okay, so now we move on to the PS4. Now, the PS4, I feel like there are so many good games for this PS4, and so many that are going to come out as well. Now, there's Infamous Second Son. I can't even begin to tell you how good Infamous Second Son looks to me. I mean, you got all these fucking special powers. I don't even know what to say. Okay, now there's a new game called Don't Starve. Well, it's not new, but it's new to me because I just kind of figured it out. And that's pretty intriguing to me too. You can go ahead and look up gameplay of that. Drive Club looks pretty different, even though I played Forza Horizon. It's kind of almost the same thing. There's also The Last of Us, Final Fantasy, Killzone, PlanetSide 2, and believe it or not, Little Big Planet 3 doesn't look too bad. I don't know if any of you guys have actually played Little Big Planet before, but it's really not that bad. And, you know, I am a COD player. Both systems are going to have COD. Both are going to have Destiny. Both are going to have Battlefield. Both are going to have NBA, Watch Dogs, Minecraft, Madden, all that. So I can still go ahead and get the PS4 and still have COD and Battlefield and all that kind of stuff that I want. And that's pretty much all I play on Xbox anyway, is COD, Minecraft, all the ones that they share. That's pretty much all I play anyway. So why not, for me, move to the PS4 and get a whole new experience with more games, in my opinion, because on the Xbox I'll actually be playing less games. I almost forgot, not to mention the PS4 is going to have some decent indie games coming out. I don't know them off the top of my head, but I know they're going to be some pretty damn good indie games coming out for the PS4. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up because I've been talking for quite a while. But anyway, it's artsy, it's been real, I'm out.